guys, so this is going to be my very first episode ever in No or Go. It's basically like hot or not, like yes, no type of deal thing. It's just my take on it. So the first product I have to show you guys is the e.l.f. 144 eyeshadow color palette thingy. Yeah, so splendid, 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 splendid. And this palette I have had for, gosh, maybe 2 years. I think about 2 years, maybe like two and a half years, I think. I got it in June, 2 years ago, I think. So I've had this palette for, like I said, about 2.5 years. So I have spent quite a lot of time with this palette, and it is $15, I believe. If I'm wrong, I'll annotate it, but I'm pretty sure it's $15, and you can buy it on eyesubspace.com, which is basically the e.l.f. website. You cannot get this in a Target, I don't think, so the only place that you can get it that I'm aware of or that I've seen is online. And let's just open it. So this one has a lot of different colors here. There are like kind of golds that go into yellows, greens, blues, purples, pinks, and then browns and bronzy shades all the way up to like blacks. So I'm going to try to swatch as much as I can from this palette. Obviously I'm not going to do it 144 times, but I want you guys to see the different quality of all of them because, and then I'll tell you guys my thoughts, I guess. I don't know. So first we'll just do the swatches, and then at the very end I'll tell you guys my overall thoughts and if they've changed throughout the 2.5 years that I've had this palette, that whole thing. So I'm just going to go ahead randomly and swatch some of these colors. As you can tell, some of them are like metallic and some of them are just plain matte. Some of them are just a little shimmery, but there's never, from what I've seen, any glitter in any of these. It's mostly just like a metallic sheen type of deal, you get me? So I will swatch a few and then I will show you guys the swatches. It'll be great. It'll be super nice. So the first ones that I've swatched are the metallic-y ones, as you can tell here. There are, how many swatches? By the way, oh, I'm so sorry. Ignore these. These are swatches from a fall lip color video that will not get off my hand. I like scrubbed it with my makeup remover and it's like hanging on tight, so sorry about that. So ignore those. So these are all of the ones that I've swatched for you guys, like with the metallic-y type of glow to them. I think that the metallic, glowy type of shimmery ones are the best quality that e.l.f. has in this palette. Yeah, so I will swatch a little bit more, show you guys more of those. The purple one I have right here, the second one in, is a little bit powdery, but the green one right here is so nice. I really do like the metallic glowy ones. Are just so creamy and smooth. They feel super high end. So I will go in with a little bit more of the, I don't know, like matte, maybe satin shades if there are any, and show you guys those. It'll be great. Super fun. Ugh. Okay, so I have just swatched the matte-ish shades. There is a white like diagonally going right here, but it's kind of hard to tell. So there is like this cream color, this brown auburn type of color, a green, a pastel-y pink, a burnt orange, this really powdery pastel blue, and this little light pink-ish color. Sorry for like the awkward angle of the swatches. It's just, I've been occupied, you know? I think that for sure these ones are not as pigmented as these. These ones look super high end. The matte ones look a little bit more like just, I feel like that they look a little bit more cheaper and less of a good quality, but that's just my opinion. Now for blending, these, they keep their color, but they can be sheared out. As you can tell, they kind of like went down a little bit with their color, but they're still maintaining it. As for the matte ones, same type of deal for blending and stuff, but these ones I think definitely fade a lot more. So I think for $15, and I actually bought this when it was on 50% off, so I got it for like $7.50, I think. So for that price, I think it was worth it. It's a perfect starter palette. I loved using colors when I first started with my makeup. I still do like them, but I like a lot more of like, I guess, a darkened eyes or maybe a darkened lip. Whatever, that's not what the video is about. I think for the price and how much you're getting, the overall quality, that this is pretty good. And it's also great if you're starting out like I was when I bought this palette and I was just kind of interested to try out new things and to see what the heck was in store for me. Great. They have pigmentation, like, but they're not going to be insane, you know. The swatches are a little powdery, a little hard to tell. There's a yellow hanging on right there, kind of just, it's hard to see some of them. So I would recommend this if you are starting out with makeup, but if you have been using Urban Decay, Lorac, like those types of eyeshadows forever and you're interested in this palette, you might not be super impressed because of the standards that your eyeshadows have had. Like when I first started, e.l.f. was all I used. So my standards, they were non-existent. I didn't even have standards with eyeshadows or anything. So trying this out, if you're a beginner, yes. If you have dabbled in makeup and you are normally a high-end eyeshadow person, you don't really like drugstore eyeshadows, this might be kind of subpar for you guys. Like I said, the metallic shades are phenomenal, but I mean, taking out this big palette for just a few of the shades in here, it's very hit and miss, I would say. But once you get the good ones, they're great. As you can see, I've had like divots in it, like the sparkly ones, just because that's where the pigmentation is at. So yeah, the packaging, gonna end it on that note, I guess. It's very cheapy. Like okay, fun fact. I have stepped on this palette many times. I know, like, all those people watching this are probably cringing. Like, you don't step on your makeup, Brooke. I know, it just kind of happens sometimes. And it kind of, like, got a little flimsy right here. Like, I can kind of bend the palette a little bit. But it didn't break. It didn't crack. So, I think my dad even stepped on this one time. Like, it's still hanging on, like, pretty nicely. So, the packaging is sturdy. I just think it's kind of ugly and kind of cheapy. I don't like how big the palette is. It's super, super thin, which I think is great, but it's hard to store. I would never travel with this, so that's kind of a downer. If you're a big traveler, this might not be a palette to have because you can't take it with you unless if you are really obsessed with it. But I love a lot of e.l.f. stuff. This is just meh to me. I loved it when I first bought it, and ever since it's just been like slowly going down once I've tried Urban Decay and Lorac and all these amazing eyeshadows. These ones have kind of fallen by the wayside. I hope that you guys enjoyed this little review, and yeah, thanks for watching. Please be sure to subscribe, comment, thumbs up, and all that jazz, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys! What's gonna happen? I think. I don't know. But I've had this palette for like quite... Okay, the hair deal, honestly, like, can you not? We're filming a video. We have company over. So, I don't know what's gonna happen. It's getting hot. The light is getting hot. Woohoo!